thousands of Allied soldiers are charging the beaches of Normandy. These troops are comprised of New Zealanders, Australians, French, English soldiers, Canadians, but primarily Americans lead the fight in liberating Europe. The German army's Atlantic Wall is absolutely massive, with defenses spanning trench lines and bunkers ready to stave off American invasion. On this anniversary of D-Day, we are going to be showcasing the heroic efforts of the United States Army in this extremely large and realistic D-Day recreation in the Call to Arms Gates of Hell World War II contact mod. If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. And thank you to everyone who served during World War II on the Allied sides. Appreciate your service immensely, and it has shaped what the world is to this very day. So guys, let's get into this absolutely insane D-Day battle simulator battle. Alrighty then, boys, we've got these crazy M4A1 Shermans for D-Day in particular. They're basically like duck boat Shermans, and they look super cool. We've also, again, got like 1,000 US Army soldiers on the beaches and hundreds of Germans up here defending. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and press start right here and watch as the US Army invades Omaha Beach. We've immediately got shots hitting the water. That's probably from German flak guns. It wasn't from that one, but it was definitely from one of them. There we go. German flak guns now starting to open up. The M4A1 Sherman also firing both 50 cal on top and its main gun, but it is getting hammered extremely hard by some of this flak gun shelling right there. Let's go check in on it and see if she's alive. No, she most definitely is not. However, the crew is bailing out, so they should be able to continue fighting onwards for the rest of the battle. BAR soldiers firing up, as well as riflemen beginning to round off against the German soldiers up in the bunkers above. These bunkers are really cool looking. They are actually modded bunkers, and they only fit 2 German soldiers in them, but those 2 German soldiers have extremely good cover. These bunkers, also modded, only fit 4 German soldiers who don't appear to be firing out just yet. It seems like the majority of the fighting is going on the left flank of the Germans right now, with a lot of machine gun fire striking down on the beaches against the US soldiers. Alright, let's go ahead and bump it up a speed. It actually doesn't seem to be too laggy, mainly because this map is pretty barren. It's just a huge beach, so there's not a ton of entities to generate lag or anything along those lines. US soldiers up here under just constant pressure and fire. We do have a few medics up there. I've tried to set them to auto heal. I don't know if they'll actually do that, but we'll see if my scripting actually worked in this case. I looked up how to do it, and I don't know if it actually works or not. But we do have backup fire behind the medics, some BAR soldiers and riflemen trying to fire away. We've also got some of these grenadier riflemen, who, if they get close enough and can use those, are absolutely devastating. They're essentially mobilized mortars. But right now, MG42 is just shredding the Americans down on the beach. There's not a ton of cover for them besides these large tank traps going on right now. So they're very exposed, very out in the open. Another MG42 over this way. And of course, the flak guns can easily pound American troops with HE, high explosive rounds. But M4A1s are going to be their main target for right now, which is definitely a good thing for the American infantry, because yeah, those flak guns would absolutely shred if they weren't targeting the M4A1s right now. Machine guns still rattling off fire, though. That is going to be absolutely devastating. Standard infantry not doing nearly as much with their Kar 98Ks, but they're still doing something, and that is a threat to the Americans below. How's the far right side doing? We haven't really checked in on them. It looks like one of the M4A1s has blown up over this way. The other one, though, still getting some decent shots off at the cliff sides above them. This side of the battlefield definitely has less American soldiers currently attacking. There should be, yeah, some more coming in from their LCVP Higgins boats back there, but overall, it seems like the far right is where most of the troopers have chosen to go ahead and assault. So the left side over here for the US is going to be slightly more sparse, I will say, which is not a very good thing. There are some mortars for the Germans, I should mention. We have 2, I believe, on the battlefield. So one is in this dugout right here. I'm not sure if they're in range just yet of the Americans, but once they are, they will start shredding pretty badly. We do have explosions striking some of the trenches up this way, exposing some Germans. I think that was courtesy of an M4A1 fire right there. Is the flak gun that was over here still alive? No, it has been completely decrewed, and that is not going to be getting recrewed because I doubt any of these Germans know how to operate that thing as just standard infantrymen right now. MG42, though, still rattling off. That will still be very capable of firing out. We also still have Panzerfausts and Panzerschrecks for the Germans, so if those tanks continue to come forward and the flak guns are not able to destroy all of them, the Germans still have a chance against the M4A1 tanks, that's for sure. Alright, let's go ahead and bump it up into completely full speed ahead, baby. It is so cool watching these crews at work. It's such a nice animation cycle that the Gates of Hell developers went ahead and put in. It just looks so sick. The only thing is, if they actually had shells being shoved in, that would be so cool. They do have them ejecting, but there's just invisible shells going in, which really doesn't make a lot of sense. I think that M4A1 did bite the dust right there, and yeah, you can actually see the crater right there in one of its MG turrets that ended up killing it, and 2 crew members managed to survive. The rest are dead. Far right side over here continues to push forward. They are still getting hammered very, very hard. They've not yet been able to kill almost any of the Germans over here. That's how difficult this assault truly is. The first wave of Americans is getting beat up so badly by incoming rifle fire, machine gun fire, what have you. M4A1 does take out one of these German soldiers with an explosion, but the ammo reloader manages to hop on the gun, and he is going to take over from there. But that M4A1 is going to continue to target these German soldiers nonetheless. So hopefully it can manage to get some more kills on these guys, because the US infantry desperately needs it. This flak gun over here clearly got exploded big time right there and is down for the count. Going and checking back in on the right side over here, they do still have flak guns very much so active, and since all the M4A1s over here are dead, the Germans are now targeting the US infantry and getting mass casualties laid down on US soldiers over here. Very, very bad. This is absolute brutality here. I don't think we've ever done a D-Day battle in Gates of Hell this large, actually, with this many soldiers involved. Normally on Men of War Assault Squad 2, we could do some pretty large battles, but Gates of Hell is pretty restrictive. But since this is a fairly bare-bones map, again, we can do these larger battles, which just makes it a little bit more fun. Alright, these guys are mounting up the cliff sides here and starting to attack the Germans that are at the top of these bunkers, getting some good shots off, but they are getting ravaged by some more MGs in the back lines here throughout the grass. So the Germans do have sort of a backup plan, as well as additional trenches back here too, as the Americans pop up there. But at the very least, the beach defenders are for the most part dead. These 2 MGs are silenced. There is one last German grenadier right here. Let's see if we can zoom in. Whoa. Yeah, and he is under just constant heavy fire right there. I don't think he will be able to be very effective. So these guys have almost breached the front lines here and will be pushing onwards. Cannot say the same for the left side, which is just in a really, really bad place right now. US soldiers trying to push forward as best they can, but just under constant fire. Many of them choosing to just hide behind pillars and stuff like that, waiting for the fire to die down, but it never will, because this MG42 is just spraying and praying with Kar 98K troopers supporting. It is a deadly, deadly combo. Not a good time to be over there in the slightest. Hopefully this far right side, though, can manage to get some more kills and do something, because we need the US to start pushing inward a little bit more and then sweeping left to help out those dudes on the beach over there. And they're doing just that. That's good. Did they ever kill this dude here? Yes, indeed. Okay, this trench is now clear. It might have been this dude right here that managed to clear it. It looks like this trench here, still alive, but has taken losses. MG over this way is still alive, too. Yeah, that's not very good. M4A1 firing 50 cals over here. It's not at that. Oh, it's at these troopers. Okay, I thought it was trying to take on the flak gun. Sadly not. If you could drive on over there and start working on that flak gun, that would be amazing. I mean, the infantry is just really struggling. They need tank assistance. I kind of thought 5 M4A1 tanks would be enough on this battlefield. There might even be 6. But clearly, the flak guns proved extremely deadly, and they've both sort of taken each other out. There's only 1 flak gun remaining for the Germans and 1 M4A1 remaining for the Americans, but still, the Germans got that defender's advantage, so it's a little bit more powerful for them. Back trenches here for the Germans getting activated as well as more U.S. soldiers push inward, capturing this flak gun for themselves. Those big gun targets were huge during D-Day, especially their SFH artillery in the back, which many companies had to go and deal with individually and did many heroics for, and that flak gun starts shooting the upper troopers over here, taking them out. This guy does have a grenade boom boom stick, but right now he is pretty close to some trenches and is trying to take them out with his M1 Garand, but gets shot in the knees and dies. Brutal right there. Did they ever take out that machine gun? Yeah, they took out this machine gun here. That's very good to see. If you look at the mini-map at the top left here, blue are American soldiers still coming in. Red are German soldiers left alive. It looks like we do have 2 Germans left alive over here. Nice, good stuff, boys. And then 1 more right here, and this guy does not notice him with the BAR gun. He's a valuable soldier too, so please respond to this trooper. Nope. Okay, but his friends do have his back, which is good. We've got more Germans in this trench over here as well. They're about to be sideswept by a ton of Americans that are very pissed off and I think very vengeful at this point of their fallen friends. So I would be very worried to be these German soldiers over this way. Further down this way, we've got another trench with another MG42 rattling off shots. These guys over here will be able to provide supporting fire for this trench over this way, but the Americans do now have good cover, so it's going to be a little bit more even of an assault here as the Americans can get up against these fences on the hedgerow and start firing over from this way, which will be so much more helpful. They'll be able to survive so much better against these Germans, and they're actually like kind of on the high ground because they're not deep in a trench, they're above them, so it kind of works that way well too, I guess. How's the left beach doing? These guys are almost completely dead now. They are so unbelievably suppressed. They are having a horrible time. We need their allies to come in. Here comes the M4A1 pushing in. Hopefully it takes out that flak gun right there. Let's see. Oh, it stops. It stalls. We do have more American soldiers up here though. They could potentially pressure. Maybe get a grenade off or something like that. It hasn't worked thus far, but it could now. A couple more BAR soldiers over here. Oh, the mortars are firing as well. They're really inaccurate in Gates of Hell. If you guys know them from Men of War Assault Squad 2, they are far more accurate in that. There we go. M4A1 pushing in, having a little bit of a fight between the two, and the M4A1 sinks a really nice shot into the shield of that flak gun right there and manages to take it out. Beautiful. Now these German artillerymen are firing their Kar 98Ks at the oncoming Americans to their left. Look at all the shells they dispense, though. My goodness, I am sure this thing racked up some serious kills. Can we check? 70 infantry kills and 4 vehicle kills. That is some brutality right there. Oh my god, now the Americans are taking their revenge and starting to down some of these German soldiers that are still holding and still trying to defend. The rifle-on-rifle action here is really funny. They're both really inaccurate. Neither troop is really managing to hit shots on the other at all, which is kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. So those Germans over there likely to go down fairly soon. MG over here still alive. It's only got 2 kills. Infantry over here, some of them have a kill or 2, but nothing too crazy. Americans have wiped out their supporters over this way and now are coming for them over here. That MG continues to rattle off shots though. Could potentially do some big things here before the Americans take it out. But I think this will end up being a U.S. victory. Bazooka shots going out. I like your style, my man. Yes, sir. Oh! German soldier gets knocked on his back right there by a nice bullet from the Americans. And they're actually getting flanked from over here. Oh, the M4A1 is coming through. Germans definitely still have things capable of taking it out. Anti-tank grenades as well as bazookas. Well, not bazookas, but Panzerschrecks and Panzer Fausts. The mortar is targeting it. I don't know if it's powerful enough. Maybe if it hit it directly in its engine, it would pop the engine. I'm not sure, though. We'd have to wait and see. This guy's got a Panzerfaust, but he's focusing on the Americans still on the beaches over here. Very few of them. If you look at the map, blue are Americans left alive, red are Germans left alive. The Americans are pushing through this farmland very, very vigorously now, taking out this trench nicely. This MG ended up getting 5 kills before going down, but there's still more trench systems over this way, including the 2 mortars. Here's one right here, and here is the other over here. Neither have any kills, surprisingly. There's another MG there, too, and another MG here. And then this MG is still alive. Does it still have ammo? It's got 14 kills. It does still have ammo. It's just not firing currently. So American soldiers continue their side sweep over this way, working their way forward. The M4A1 could definitely do some damage. It's not moving forward. Oh, it's actually heavily damaged itself. I think it might be hull damage based on the red markings on it. Interesting. 22 kills, 2 vehicle kills for that M4A1. So that Sherman has done big things for the American side of things, baby. Abso-fruitly. More American soldiers on the beach over here continue to heroically push forward. And I'm not sure if they're gonna manage to get all the way up here and take out those Germans, but at the very least, they are going to try. Alright, these boys continue their hedgerow pushes. They're at the very least making it forward, but they have taken losses going up here. If we look at the minimap, red are dead Americans, yellow are dead Germans. Germans not getting crazy amounts of kills, but they're definitely still getting kills at this point. Yeah, but the Americans, they're on a much more even footing now, which is good to see. And they're kind of balling up, creating a bit of a death ball assault, if you will, going forward, which is definitely a lot more helpful in their push here. And if that Sherman would just activate as well and get forward, that would be super helpful. But currently it's just sort of stalled out back there. Can't really blame them. It is what it is. German soldiers getting picked off bit by bit here. I think this will end up being a huge American victory. Mortar now targeting over this way, though. It could potentially start getting some kills, but again, they're super inaccurate. They're just not the best machines for the German army, so I'm not entirely sure if it will get that many kills. What I'd kind of like to do after this battle is try and really test the limits of Gates of Hell and put maybe double the Americans and double the Germans on the battlefield and just really go out with an all-out bang. Could be really kind of fun to do, you know, we'll see. Actually, the mortar did get a few kills over here. At least I think that's a mortar pot mark right there. We can actually check. Let's see. This one does have 11 kills now, which is crazy. And this one back here has 1. So they are doing things now. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll do this. Yellow are dead Germans. Red are dead Americans. Yeah, Americans are dying pretty badly over this way now as they try and make the final pushes forward. These guys at the beach, they're trying to come up, but it's really rough. Well, that's a medic, so I don't know if he's going to be able to come up all that well. And the Sherman, again... Oh, it's under repair now! Nice! They're auto-repairing. We love to see that. Alright, so hopefully it does repair and can come through. 27 kills, 4 vehicle kills on that thing, so it's done its job pretty nicely. Americans now fully approaching this next trench here, still taking major losses from that mortar. But if they just rush it and get the kills, they can do something. But the AI is in charge, so there's not much I can do but sit and watch as these boys have to really painstakingly push through this open field right now. Under Kar 98K fire, under mortar fire. It is pretty brutal. This guy's popping up and gets domed. We got another soldier laying down over this way with an MP40. And of course the mortar itself right here. Why don't we go ahead and fast motion here. Come on, guys. There you go. There you go. Come on. Beautiful. Okay. Wunderbar. And there's still more Germans in this trench line over here fighting away. Mortar rattling off. It looks like the MG over here did die. So that's very, very good for the U.S. troops. But now more U.S. infantry is under more mortar fire, and there is this MG over here as well. Although these walls are preventing it from firing at American troops right now, who are having to take on a couple of straggling Germans throughout this beach area that was never taken. So it's still kind of a rough combat situation going on right now. There we go. Pushed in there nicely and took him out. All right, beautiful. Hold on, we can go back into normal speed. Grenade goes off, takes out that American soldier. We got 3 Germans left alive over here. Did this thing get repaired? It's still repairing. It's almost repaired. If it can get forward, that'd be huge. The rest of the infantry is all surrounding this house. It did just finish repairing. I think it might be able to come forward now. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, U.S. soldiers pushing down. That's probably a good idea. Push these guys first, then push up from there. Then you have the high ground at the very least. If Anakin taught us anything in his transformation to Darth Vader, it's, yeah, get the high ground. That thing is still not coming forward right now. At least the 50 cal is suppressing, and we do have shots from the main gun, but I don't know, maybe it's more damage than I thought? I'm not entirely sure why it's not coming forward, especially after repair, but that guy gets dinked and is dead. Mortar fire continues to hit these guys so hard. Their forces are dwindling. I am getting pretty worried about their longevity on this battlefield, and if they can actually pull through and get the W here, because right now they are not looking too hot. I will say that they're not looking too hot at all. They're pushing pretty hard now. Come on, boys, just get up there. Get up there. Okay, no one's attacking just yet. Here we go. Here we go. MG's rattling off fire. BAR unit trying to take him out. Ooh, we had a little rifle grenadier shot right there, but kind of whiffs it. That could have been really, really cool. All right, more riflemen pushing up this way too. We got grenades going out as well. Grenade back, boys. Grenade back, please. Make it happen. All right, we are taking out some of the Germans in these trenches, though. That's very, very good. Come on, boys. Take them down. We do have this mortar still alive here, which is the main threat that is continuing to get kill after kill after kill on the Americans. Come on. Come on, Americans. Oh, no. Wait. Hold on. Okay. I accidentally unplugged my monitor. I don't think that stopped the recording for you guys or messed it up or anything. Ooh, okay. Rifle grenades. Finally take that out. Oh, no, it's this. This came through. Let's go! It's got 37 infantry kills and 4 vehicle kills now. Beautiful. Love to see that. And she continues to come through. Is she gonna run over this guy? Nope, she's just gonna mow him down. Nice! Oh my goodness. Alright, let's go in fast motion here. They just need to kill the mortar now. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. And then there's one German that they left alive back here. Interesting. Let's see. Go off. Nope. The U.S. Army barely wins that one. Really, really close fight. Really close fight. The Germans have hefty losses throughout. Yellow are dead Germans. Red are dead infantrymen for the U.S. U.S. obviously took way more losses than the Germans, but they pulled through with the W. I was getting a little bit worried there that we would not get the U.S. W, but they did pull through. But just not with many soldiers left alive. Either way, let's go ahead and run this back, and just for fun here, we're going to try and double everything. Alright, I have vastly increased the numbers for both sides here. It might get a bit laggy during this battle, I'm not gonna lie, because we have just so many troopers on both sides of the battlefield. Okay, we got the first shots being thrown by the German forces up ahead with their flak guns, which there are more of, and there are more Shermans, and there are more MGs, so there's just more of everything. More infantry for the Germans, more infantry for the US soldiers. This is just a for fun battle. The original battle's result still stands as the official result for this video, but this one is just to like really push my computer to the limits a little bit more. This tank is definitely donezo. It's all scorched. I think the hull is crushed, so that might be done for. The rest of the infantry hasn't really started firing yet. It's just sort of a slug off between the Shermans and the flak guns right now. I'm not sure if the Shermans really have any big hits on the board. No, they've killed a couple of troopers, but these things are all still actively firing, so no true kills on those flak guns just yet. MGs over here starting to rattle off, and these were super deadly last time around. Some of these Kar 98K soldiers over here also starting to fire out too at some of the American infantry. US infantry starting to fire back as well, so we will have a little bit of tit for tat going on here between both sides, taking each other on, trying to destroy the other. The Atlantic Wall is being challenged. And the Germans have spammed MGs as a result. We shall see if it is a viable strategy. Handheld MG over here. Then nice. Love to see. Ooh. A shot did hit the front plate of this flak gun, but it resists it. I don't know. My mouth stopped working there. Looks like more shots did hit this flak gun as well, killing more of the artillery crewmen there, but not quite destroying it again, which is going to be a problem if this isn't solved. Here's some of them going through the water, which is so cute, the little ducky boats. I love these things. I'm sad I just discovered them because I wish I could have used them in some previous battles I've done. They're just amazing. They look so derpy. I love them. I love them. Oh, big explosions striking some of the U.S. infantry over here, too. We have a much bigger assault on the left side, so maybe they'll actually make something happen this time, because we all know what happened last time around. They got pretty much crushed, and the right side of U.S. infantry had to kind of take over and be the big W winner for this whole thing. So hopefully these guys can do something this time around. They have more infantry coming in as well, so there will be a steady stream coming forward, but right now they are getting kind of destroyed by incoming fire, and not many soldiers are stopping to get outgoing fire going themselves, which is never a great sign for a battle like this. You really need to be firing out at the enemy, constantly trying to suppress them in their trenches and stuff like that, but I also get it because they're just kind of stuck out there. It's going to be rough. Look at this guy. Literally just hip firing the MG. You kidding me? Show off. Show off. But it's good to have bunker MGs going off for the Germans. MGs over here, flak guns over here, all going super duper hard on the battlefield right now. This is truly a D-Day battle, I must say. Absolute destruction. It is getting a little bit laggy on the battlefield just because of how many troopers are on it. I think the last battle was perfect because we really didn't get much lag at all. But in this battle, it is very different. This side of the battlefield, the MGs and infantry are still working overtime, but there's a lot more U.S. soldiers coming forward over this way at the same time. So it might be a little bit tough for these Germans to hold out long-term over here, but I guess we will see. Since it is kind of laggy, why don't we go ahead and do a little time-lapse here of the U.S. forces coming forward and the Germans defending. Alright, well, the U.S. infantry has come farther forward, which is resulting in more lag. A lot of these German bunkers have been destroyed and their MGs, at least on the far right side. Let's check in on the far left. Okay, yeah, a different story. A lot of these are still active, MGs still firing, and troopers still alive. So we have kind of a repeat of the last time around. So I think just over here on the left is just considerably weaker overall. I think it's just not as good of a defensive position. We do have American soldiers charging up the bunkers over this way and getting kind of blasted by Germans as they try and get up here. Why don't we do another little time lapse here? There we go, U.S. troops continuing the charge upwards, managing to get a little bit of a foothold. Germans still kind of destroying them here, so they're not doing fantastic, but at least they're doing a little bit better. There's still plenty of German trenches through here, but at least the forward positions are kind of dying, which is going to allow just wider swaths of beach to be pushed from by the American soldiers. More troops over here. A couple have died, which is always a good sign. And yeah, these guys over here have taken a bit of a beating. This MG still alive, though, reloading. But it'll probably open up again. But you can see many more Americans on the horizon pushing up, which will be threatening to them. I'm not sure if there's any Sherman tanks left alive this time. Oh, no, there's some over here. Okay, good. But they're tangoing with some flak guns over here at the same time. So could be rather rough still. Let's continue to watch since it is really laggy. Okay, US troops have made significant dents in the German army over here as well, but still trenches are continuing to hold out. These troops over here are pushing in deeper, which is good. This MG managed to live for a really long time. It's actually still alive. It's got 22 kills, and the reloader has gone on the gun now and is continuing to get kills with it. That's not very good. I think it will go down relatively soon. Let's see if we can bump it up a speed without it being too laggy. Now that's we got 6 FPS. Now we're not doing that. Not yet. Not yet. These German troops over here getting just destroyed by incoming bullets. So many bullets hitting them. It's crazy. And these troops pushing in through this way. So why don't we go ahead and do another overhead time lapse, because we still got a lot of battle to go here, and I think we'll be able to see the Americans come through this field area over here from this angle. Alright, slowly but surely the Americans have made it forward. The Germans still have really solid holdouts over here, way more so than last time, of course, because we did increase the number of troopers. They've also got a flak gun here with 70 kills now. Holy cow, that's a lot of kills. That's the only flak gun they have, I think. They've also, of course, got the mortar over here. Only has 2 kills, so it must be just getting started. This one has 0, and these troopers over here defending, of course, as well. So, Americans are coming in for the death blow. I think we are going to time-lapse a lot of this simply because we've already seen the full battle. Now it's just sort of to get the result of this one. And there we go, boys. The Germans have been defeated, and the liberation of Normandy and the rest of the West can be started. Yellow are dead German soldiers. Red are dead American soldiers. Obviously, a lot of Americans died on this battlefield as well, but a much more dominant victory in round 2. Either way, guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.